So the episode starts off, as we all could probably guess, tentacle rape. Wow. So, we can probably see from the actual beginning scene that it was a kind of very unnecessary amount of fan service, I guess, for the audience. I disapprove of it, but it looked like, I guess, Ogra was enjoying it. She was freaking blushing. I was like, what the hell? So, looking past that entire tentacle raping scene, let's get on to the actual major beef of this episode. I love this episode. This was a very good episode. I mean, it was all around. It had a lot of good, interesting fighting moments. I enjoyed the action in this episode. It was mainly centered on action, and each character had their own role to play in this episode. Like Hunter, for instance. I mean, first things first in this episode started, I thought he was a freaking coward. He's not wanting to kill anything. He seemed to just be a spineless bastard. That's really what I thought. But after we get to see Gandhi just trapped up a wall using his barrier powers, barrier, whatever you want to call it, and then you see Hunter get blood splattered all over him, and he realizes all the evolutionary invasion objects ignore him. It was weird. I thought at first maybe the evolutionary invasion objects thought Gandhi was more of a threat. That's the first thoughts that popped in my mind. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So poor Hunter's looked at like he's trash. But then we find out that all the blood that's on Hunter is actually throwing off the senses of all the evolutionary invasion objects because they can't really see. They're blind. And this was an amazing revelation to the actual fighting scenes, because now we see how the E-gene holders can survive and destroy off the remaining evolutionary invasion objects. So I really like that aspect, the way freaking just Hunter stabs into it, looks at the entire like makeup of the body, and then sprays a chemical on all the evolutionary invasion objects, and you watch them just start brutally killing each other. That was freaking hilarious, and at the same time I was like, damn. So I like that. I loved how Hunter has his own way to fight, how he implemented his cowardice into a way to actually fight, and I thought that was a really good actual development of his character. Let's get on to the major thing, okay? We all cared about Dramino and Jack's actual freaking body count. That was badass. Come on, you see the freaking like number of how many times they killed someone on the freaking left side of the screen? That was badass. Come on! That reminded me of something out of Lord of the Rings when you would have freaking Gimli or Legolas comparing their kills. That still only counts as one. That was just so funny. I love that scene. That was enjoyable, and I felt like it added some form of comedy to the mix and actually lightheart touch feels to the characters, and so I enjoyed that. Now, let's get on to the real factor, okay? We all cared about that freaking Jack scene. That Jack scene, damn! I'm loving Jack the Ripper more and more as the freaking episodes progress. I mean, we finally got to see how Jack looked inside of Adam's mind last episode, but seeing Jack once again with his voice talking, he just lifts off his mask, like his skeleton mask, and starts talking with red eyes. That was so badass! Badass! This may not be the best anime of the season, this may not even come close, but it definitely has its badass moments that definitely shine in this series. Now, really, I want to tell you, what's so funny about the scene with how you got Jack the Ripper pointing to go save Ogra, it's pretty much like Jack the Ripper saying to Adam is, he's shipping Ogra and Adam together as a couple. That's literally what's going on. So if Jack the Ripper is doing it, then you know that something must be going on. So that's hilarious. I love the way it's going on, and I thought the ending scene with Nightingale mode, holy shit. So, it's very fitting that, I guess, Jack the Ripper would be an angel. Really, angel with blades. So that was really different, really. I didn't expect something like that, really. But it was cool. It was really cool getting to see the way the mode was of Adam's new transformation. And definitely it looks OP as hell. It looks like it's going to tear through everything. I wonder what's going to happen next week. I don't know how many episodes this series is going to be. I know it's going to be ending soon, but I don't really know. But anyways, whatever it is, I've enjoyed Nobunagun. It's actually picked up really well in these past couple episodes. It's definitely became more entertaining, and the plot is finally just setting in, and we're getting to see some epic sauce of this series. So, did you enjoy this episode overall? What'd you think about the music? What'd you think about the animation? What'd you think about Jack the Ripper's freaking skeleton facelift, or whatever you want to call it? What'd you feel about freaking Hunter using his new abilities to actually just destroy the evolutionary invasion objects? What do you think about everything that was going on in this episode? Everybody, you have a wonderful day or night wherever you live, and everybody, I love you so much. Chibi out.